Hi everybody, Steve from Steve's Makerspace here, and today we're featuring two master builders in scrap mechanic, Hugo and Sorz. So Sorz and Hugo are two guys I met recently, and they're just going to show me a bunch of cool stuff that they made. I'm really excited to show it to you, so let's get into it. Here's a sweet looking hover car by Sorz. It's very elegant and stable. I like the curves and the white racing stripe. 10 out of 10 on this one. This is a tram that Sorz was showing me, but what caught my eye was this rolling marquee in the front. I'll show you more on that later. Then Sorz showed me this sign, colorful sign, that has all this stuff programmed into it. Really neat. I really like this concept. You could use something like this to make an animated cartoon. This is obviously using the mod pack and using the memory blocks that have multiple bits of storage in them. Here's an elevator by Sorz. It's got a call button, and of course you can press any floor and it'll take you to that floor. It works pretty well. There's a concept car by Sorz that I didn't understand at first. I thought it wasn't working, but he's got a lock on it. So when he's got it locked, the car doesn't work, and then he can unlock it from remote, and then it works. So that's a pretty neat idea. So then Hugo joined in, and he wanted to show me his cannon. This thing shoots incredibly far. I have no idea even if this bomb exploded because it went so far, but it obviously works very well. And then he's got this sweet looking anti-aircraft gun. Man, that was awesome. I like the attention to detail on the camouflaging. Here's another shot. Bam! Nice. Then I spawned in this frog of mine. Hugo decided to make a few improvements. Now we've got a frog with fangs. It's a killer frog! Get him! Get him! I've got you now, killer frog. You're going down, buddy. Oh, flipped him! Nice. Oh, well, that's kind of sad. Come on, get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. There you go. Here's Hugo's bike game, where you have to dodge the lights to get points, and it works pretty well. Here's a realistic truck that Hugo made. Drives quite nicely. While Hugo was showing me stuff, Sorz was busy making this scrolling marquee. Really appreciate this, Sorz. This is really nice. Steve's Makerspace. Yay! So I looked back over the recording to try to figure out how he did this, and it looks like each of these memory blocks has all of Steve's Makerspace letters in it. Each letter is at a different numbered position, and then those memory bits get accessed in a sequence with the counter and these math blocks. Once he was done programming it, he could cut away all those letters he used to program it with. That's pretty cool. So then Hugo showed me this huge computer that he made. I believe it's all vanilla. Got a keyboard and a screen, and it has all the letters. He typed up Steve's Marketplace, which I'm pretty sure was a joke and not a typo. The wiring was kind of crazy. It uses 11,000 logic blocks. Next, Hugo showed me this huge rocket that he built. He turned off the gravity so that we could fly up to the seats, and I had to figure out how to fly in low gravity because I've never done it before. We eventually made our way up to the cockpit. Sorz was flying around us as we were about to take off. 3, 2, 1, liftoff! It's kind of hard to tell that we're flying, but you can see our shadow down below. And Sorz is trying to catch up to us. Here we're finishing first stage and losing part of the rocket below. Now second stage, and you'll see more of the rocket falling behind. And then another one coming up, you'll more clearly see this one fall behind. And then the outer shell goes flying up. I didn't know what was happening at this point. And we're left with this shell, the capsule. When I look up, you can just barely make out that final cone stuck on the ceiling of the map. It's fully maneuverable, and on the top there's a docking ring for locking onto a space station. And he apparently does have a space station, though I couldn't find it on the workshop. And then he proceeded to nearly land the thing, but he ran into a rock and so then fell over. But 10 out of 10, very impressive. Here's a Leopard tank by Hugo. It looks really good. It stands up well to explosives and shoots very nicely. It also has a bomb launcher. It goes really far. Has a little trouble getting up hills though. Here's Hugo's limo. We'll step inside. It's got a couple of hot tubs. A nice lounge. Hugo said he had something better though. Let's see what it is. Oh my! That's huge! Let's check it out. Holy cow. It's not decorated, but you could put a bowling alley in here. There we go. Just knock this around a little bit. You could put like a couple of goals in here. Have you a game on the run. Here's Hugo's Chinook helicopter. This thing looks awesome. It's completely vanilla. Seems to fly really well. I'm really impressed with the amount of work and detail Hugo puts into his creations. And now he shows off its wonderful landing capabilities. Good pilot too. Oh. Okay. Ta-da! So, let me just say a couple of words here. So, Sorz, he had made the, what do I call it? The rolling marquee for me. And I was really appreciative, and then I suggested that maybe someone could make something where anybody could make their own rolling marquee by just selecting the letters and then pressing a button, and it would record, and then they would have their rolling marquee. And so Sorz said, sure, I could do that, and he went ahead and built it. So, hi Sorz.
Hi.
Why don't you show us what you got here?
So we must type our text here. It's above 50.
Okay, so now I'm going to enter my phrase. Next, we're going to tell it how many characters our text is, including the spaces. After entering all your letters, you turn on the red switch. Next, press the yellow button for about half a second. And then we'll start to see the letters populating on the left. Okay, so it's programming in each spot now. When it gets to the end of the line, then you press the blue button. And then you delete this math block right here. Now you can turn on your rolling marquee. To speed it up, just change this timer. Here it is at a faster speed. This is great. I can get rid of this now, right? Because this is nothing. We're done with this.
You can blow it up and...
We're done with this, we'll blow it up. Okay, we'll do that. I'll blow it up away from my marquee so I don't...
and be epic.
Okay.
Must be epic.
Alright, you ready?
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Thank you! You've been helpful. That's great. Blowing up stuff is fun. So then Sorz spawned in another one so we could take a look at some of the spider webbing going on in here and how it's programmed. He explained how these are 10 block modules, and you could add another 10 blocks on here to make it 60 characters if you wanted to. But you can also double the amount of characters just by entering in your first 50 text. Program that in with the yellow button. Coming over here, pressing this button, I think you have to press it 50 times. Then enter your second 50 characters and press the yellow button again. So thanks, Sorz. This has been a pleasure. I really appreciate you making this thing, and this will of course be available on the workshop, along with all of other Sorz's things that I've shown you. Okay, gonna finish off with Hugo. Man, what you shooting me for, dude? What the heck? Holy cow! Wow, it's like the 4th of July in here. Well, this seems like a good place to wrap up the video. Sorz and Hugo both have their stuff on the workshop. I'm going to link to both of their workshops. They also both have YouTube channels. Sorz is in Ukrainian and Hugo's is in Dutch. If you like this video, give it a like. Consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you, Sorz and Hugo, for showing me your stuff and playing with me. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Steve's Makerspace.